stay in your lane. Yeah, we get a little homie, you been getting some brain. Rapping about how you smoking weed like a chain, but I gotta be the one to throw the industry shade. Told you I've been fed up, get your bread up, you don't drop shit. Dropping so much fire, 2018, it's obnoxious. Put me on a 16, watch the numbers rise. Just went from the bubble to the top.
You are now tuned into the Dads Who Live podcast. You have your host, Tyler Gaeta.
Co-host and podcast manager, Josh Orsman.
What's up, guys? Dude, I have been fucking dragging ass this last 2 weeks, really. 3 weeks, kind of, but really just this last 2 weeks is dragging ass. It's been tough. So I'm usually very optimal, and you know, I do testosterone replacement because I have low T, and that keeps me very optimal, like I'm 18 years old all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Energetic, feeling good.
Yeah, feeling good, man. And for undisclosed reasons, I had to get off for 3 weeks. I was off for 3 weeks period, or 3 weeks total. And the last couple weeks were just fucking dog shit, man. Like, if I didn't have my daily habits and my winner circle set in place to keep me moving forward, I would have been fucked. I would have got nothing done. Nothing. And I still, even with my daily habits and my winner circle, it still was not as productive as previously. But I mean, I still got a lot of shit done, but it just wasn't as productive as previously. Right. Like, low T is no fucking bullshit. So guys, if you guys feel like you might have low T or you're tired all the time, like no matter how much sleep you get, you're tired, you have no motivation, you just don't have high energy levels, you don't feel good, you almost feel like depressed, you should get your testosterone levels checked, because I have low T, and when I had to get out my TRT, my levels tanked, and that's exactly how I felt, dude. Like, no matter how much sleep I got, every morning I woke up, I was tired as fuck, and tired as fuck all day, no motivation. I had to fight myself and push myself to do everything and keep my daily habits moving. It's been fucking horrible.
And it's not even just getting your testosterone checked. You should get your blood work done at least minimum once a year. You know, see how your liver enzymes, your lipids are going. You know, there's your glucose levels. There's so many variables that could help you become more optimal. And you know, we want to stay healthy and be there for our kids for as long as possible. Absolutely. I should probably jump into, we kind of just went in. Yeah. Whoops.
I should probably go into doing the intro, man. So yeah, Tyler Gaeta here. This is Dads Who Live podcast. Please give us a like, share, 5-star review, guys. We do this shit for free. I do not run ads. I don't want to run ads. I hate that shit. So please, just you tell a friend, they tell a friend. That's how we grow this thing. Give it a share on Apple Podcasts. Give it a share on YouTube. Give it a share on Facebook or Instagram. Whatever it may be, guys, we really appreciate it. If we added any value to you, gave you a laugh, perspective change, motivation, anything, please give us a like, share, 5-star review. We really appreciate it. We have some badass apparel. This is one of the crew necks that I have on right here. I've got one of the hats on. Josh has one of the zip-up hoodies on. But badass apparel at www.dadswholiftapparel.com. We're on IG as Dads Who Lift Apparel. We're on Facebook as Dads Who Lift Podcast. And we are on, we have a group on Facebook called Dads Who Lift Official. That's a group of 53,000 like-minded dads trying to be their best selves and stay fit. If that's something that interests you, check that group out. But to get back to what we were talking about, yeah, getting your blood work done is a very easy preventative way to make sure that you are healthy. Like there's a lot of guys, and I used to be the same way. Like, I still don't go to the fucking doctor. I never go to the doctor. I actually have a doctor that I don't have a primary doctor. I just have a doctor I go to just to get my bloods, and I look at my bloods and I check and make sure that I'm cool, that I'm good either way. But I used to be the same way of like, oh, fuck that. I'd rather just not know, you know, I'd rather not bliss that and the other. It's like, no, man, you want to know where you're at so you can know if you're healthy. And not only if you're healthy, but like I said, this goes farther than, it's deeper than just health. This goes into feeling optimal. Like when my testosterone is crashed and I'm at the base level, like bare minimum, not only do I not have any drive, motivation, ambition, but my mind's cloudy too. Like I can't even think straight, you know? So like this stuff really affects people. And if you're somebody that lives in that 24/7, you might not even really notice this stuff because you're so used to it. But I'm telling you, the difference is very fucking like vast. There's a big difference there, right? When I am optimal, when I'm on my TRT, and then I got off, I could tell a difference. Within a week, I started feeling the difference, right? 2 weeks definitely felt the difference. And it's night and day. And so I got back on a couple of days ago, and I still haven't. I still don't feel all the way optimal yet. It takes time to get into your body and work through and all that stuff. But I'm just telling you guys, if you want to be optimal every single day, which is what, for what I'm trying to do, and if you're a growth-minded guy, which you probably are if you listen to this podcast, for the goals and ambitions that I have and the goals and ambitions that you guys probably have, it takes you being optimal every single day. To have things that other people don't have, you have to do things that other people don't do. You have to have a different work ethic. You have to grind harder. You have to grind smarter. You have to be dedicated. You have to have that ambition. You have to go after it. You have to feel good. You have to feel optimal. You have to have energy, right? You have to have a clear mind. It takes a lot to do extraordinary things, and me being optimal as far as my testosterone levels is a big part of that.
I agree. And, you might be, you have low energy. You're getting sick all the time. Your mental state, is negative. All these things, this is, you're messing with hormones.
Sorry guys. I just inhaled some water down my windpipe. Fucking hate when that happens. But did you see, did you watch Super Bowl?
No, I did not watch it.
You didn't? Oh, Jesus. Josh is probably the only person in history that didn't watch Super Bowl. I watched Super Bowl. So did you catch the halftime show at least?
So you're talking about that concert that they played some football at, right?
Yeah, the concert they played some football at. It was actually a really good fucking game, man.
Right.
But it was a really good game. But I watched the Super Bowl, and then I watched the halftime show, obviously, which I thought was awesome. I love the halftime show. I grew up, I was in middle school when Eminem and 50 Cent were coming out, were popular. That dates me right there. And, Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, I grew up listening to that shit. I love that stuff. So I love the halftime show. But it's funny how all this controversy is going on about 50 Cent. And people are making all these memes. And these memes are funny. I'm not going to lie. But they're making all these memes and jokes about him being like, oh, he's not 50 Cent anymore. He's a whole dollar. And basically like about 50 Cent gaining weight. And, man, he's a little thick, but I thought he looked good. 46 years old. Like, he's not as shredded as he was in his 20s.
Dude's just bulking now.
Yeah, right? I mean, he's like on a permanent bulk. But the funny part about it is like, we've got this fucking culture where it's always like people want to point the finger at everybody else, but they don't want to look at themselves. Right. So you got all these people calling 50 Cent fat. He's by no means fat. I'd say he's thick. He's by no means fat. And
just look at the people calling him fat.
That's what I'm saying. So you got all these people like sitting on the couch eating potato chips, probably 300 pounds, going like, oh, 50 Cent's fat as fuck now. It's like, no, bro, he's not fat. Like, to me, fat means like you got fat rolls blowing out of your fucking shirt. Right. He's thick. He's obviously been bulking. He's fucking, you can still tell he works out. He's fucking 46 years old. And he's a fucking multi-millionaire.
Right. You think he cares what you guys think anyway?
No, but it's just funny how we have this culture where people always want to point the finger at somebody else and they never want to look at themselves. And then we also have this other thing going on where, with this body positivity bullshit.
Right.
Where there's this other singer, she was like, what is she, like 33 years old or something like that? I'm not going to name her name.
Yeah.
But there was this other younger singer that's very thick, and her, I would say she's fat. And to her, everybody's saying like, oh, body positivity, she's healthy, she's just curvy, she's not fat, she's this, like it's a good thing.
It's healthy,
right. Yeah, it's healthy, but yet 50 Cent is fucking fat when he's fucking over 10 years older and a lower body fat percentage than this other chick that's healthy, right? It just fucking blows my mind, man. This whole body positivity shit that we have going on, like, I'm sorry, guys, but if you're obese, you are not fucking healthy. I don't care whether you like it or not, which 99% of the people do not like that. You are not healthy, right? It's not healthy. It's not. There's a healthy body fat percentage. It's also not healthy when guys get on the stage. That's why they only stay in that fucking, that low of a body fat percentage.
5%, right. It's not sustainable.
No, it's not. That's why they only do it for a couple weeks, and then they go back. It's not healthy. It's not healthy to be way too lean. It's not healthy to be overly obese. It's not. So you can body positivity all you want and say that this, that, and the other. But the fact of the matter is like physically, scientifically, it's not healthy. I'm not fat shaming. I'm just saying, if that's how they want to live, that's cool. They can live that way, but it's not fucking
No, it's not shaming anything. It's reality.
It is reality.
And America is getting really bad with, overweight people.
Shit has been.
It has been. There's fast food at literally every single intersection, everywhere through the United States of America. And what sucks is if you want to eat healthy, it actually costs you more to eat healthy, which is bullshit because, I'm trying to stay fit. I want to be, there for my kid when he gets married, he graduates, all those things. And so I don't eat fast food. I mean, once in a blue moon, I'll eat some fast food, but few and far between. And it's like, it just makes it so convenient for people to, I'm just going to stop and grab some McDonald's on the way to whatever because it's easy. And, it's not easy to meal prep and eat healthy.
You know what's crazy though? Like I can go to Outback, right? And I can get a blooming onion that's like 4,000 calories, right? And one blooming onion, it's like 4,000 calories. It's fucking insane. Right. But if I take that same 4,000 calories and eat clean with that same 4,000 calories throughout the day, like I'm talking, oatmeal, protein shakes, peanut butter, rice, chicken, right? That's it, like clean, and some greens, right? I take that same 4,000 calories and I break it up over clean eating. It's so much fucking food. So much food. Like I can smash that blooming onion by myself. I've done it.
In one sitting.
And still be hungry. And it's 4,000 fucking calories. More than that's double most people's daily intake of what most people's daily intake is supposed to be, right? But you take a bodybuilder that eats 4,000 calories a day and you fucking like, Jesus Christ, I don't even know. I'm on like 2,900 calories a day right now, clean. And I have oats in the morning with a scoop of peanut butter and 2 scoops of protein. Then I have a chicken rice meal with a scoop of rice and 6 ounces of chicken.
A cup of rice.
I'm sorry, yeah. A cup of rice, 6 ounces of chicken, and then I have like some almonds that I throw in there.
Right.
Then I have my pre-workout meal that's 3/8 cup cream of rice, which makes a huge fucking, like, you guys probably can't see it, but a massive fucking shake. 3/8 cup cream of rice, when I put another scoop of peanut butter in it and 2 scoops of protein. Then I drink Carbolene at the gym, which is like 50 grams of carbs while I'm working out, do my pre-workout and my Carbolene. Then I have a scoop of protein after the gym. Then for dinner, I have another cup of rice, 14 ounces of chicken, and then I'll throw in like 7 or 8 ounces of fingerling potatoes. And I'm trying to think. I think I still have an apple that I eat before bed. That's about it. I think it's just an apple is all I got left. But like, if you think about that, that's a lot of fucking food, man. That's a lot. So these people that are they're eating shitty, if you want to realize like how easy all right, how do I say this into perspective? It's so easy to eat McDonald's and eat 10,000 calories a day. If you were trying to eat clean and eat 10,000 calories a day, you wouldn't be able to do it. It'd be impossible. You'd throw up. Unless you're a fucking bodybuilder that eats like that much a day or 5,000 or 6,000 calories a day. Right. But if you're a standard normal person, you try to eat 10,000 calories a day of fucking clean food, you wouldn't be able to do it. And that's a big difference, right? Think about that. Think about how in one sitting I can eat something that's shitty, that's fucking 4,000 calories and still be hungry. Or I can eat 4,000 calories of clean food, which a majority of people that eat 2,000 calorie a day diets would be stuffed. You would be so fucking full and so like just full. You wouldn't even want to eat anything else eating this 4,000 calories clean all day long, right? That's the difference. That's the difference between processed foods. That's the difference between bullshit. And I honestly feel like, not to get into too many conspiracy theory bullshit here, but I honestly feel like I feel like our food's like poison. I feel like the processed foods that are sold, that are regulated by our government, are poison, and that they are slowly poisoning us and killing us. And that's why people's life expectancy rate keeps going down. Life expectancy rate doesn't go up. It's not going up. It's going down. And you would think with all the technology that we have and medical research and all these things that we have and new procedures, that shit should be going up, not down. I think it's going down because of our fucking food. So the more healthy I can eat and clean and organic I can eat and less processed, that's what I'm going to be doing. Not only does it make me feel, is it good like health-wise, but it also makes me feel better, right? So when I eat clean all day long, even if I'm in a cut and I'm still a little bit hungry all day long, like I'm kind of content, kind of full, but I could eat more. That's usually how I feel in a cut when I'm eating clean, you know?
Right.
There's definitely portions where I'm hungry as fuck, but I'm usually okay. I could eat more, but I'm a little hungry, but I'm content. It's okay. I feel fucking good, dude. I feel optimal. I feel great on energy. I'm not tired all day. Like I'm killing shit. I'm crushing shit. I'm going out and doing my thing. Like I feel good. I get one refeed meal a week, right? And even just that one little refeed meal, if we go down and have a refeed meal, like usually I try to keep it steak and potatoes, so it's not that bad.
Right.
I'll have like a salad, steak, potatoes. But every once in a while we'll sit down and have like a burger and fries, or we've had like pasta before. And after those fucking heavy ass meals that are not clean and it's shit food, even after one meal, the whole rest of that night, I'm so bloated I can barely breathe. It's hard for me to breathe. It's hard for me to fucking do anything. And I'm tired as shit the rest of the night. All I want to do is sleep. Like it's like I'm foggy.
And the next day, your energy's shit. You feel like ass. Not only that, like that, this ties into what we were talking about earlier with testosterone, you know? I feel like because of all this processed junk food,
It lowers testosterone.
It lowers it. I mean, in the past 10, 20 years, the national average has gone down exponentially. I don't know the exact numbers. You can Google it and find exact.
Well, even
numbers.
the rates, man. If you look at Europe, their standard over there is like 1,100.
Right.
Is their high. Our standard over here is like 800.
800.
If you're over 800, you're too high. But over there, their standard's like 1,100. They think everybody should be 1,100 all day long, and I'm with them, man.
I agree.
It should be.
When mine's at 1,200, I feel 100 times better. Have the energy to do the things I want to do. And on top of that, like sex drives through the roof,
Yep.
there's like zero negative if you do it correctly, besides very few people might lose their hair or something like that. But I mean, if you're
not with
doing
TRT, you're fine, man.
Right,
I mean, if
right.
you start juicing a bunch of shit, then yeah, there's
Right.
side effects. But if you're just keeping it TRT, all that I'm saying is check your testosterone levels. If you're feeling sluggish or slow, have your T checked out. If it's in the normal range or on the higher end of the range, then maybe you're fine, right? But if it's low, if it's down around like 275, 300, like where mine gets, that's fucking low. Then you might want to look into testosterone therapy. So, we asked our group, Dads Who Lift Official, some questions for the podcast for this episode, and they came up with a few questions here, and they're all health related. So I thought, with kind of the way we've been going on this podcast, it's probably a good place to just throw them in here because they're all health related questions. We don't really do, honestly, most of our podcasts are growth minded. We really don't do much that's health related.
Correct.
So I'll just read off a few of these questions and we'll go through them. So Joe Robbins says, oh, no, that's not the right one. Jonathan Fidalgo says, eat ass on the first date or nah? That is fun. That's not what I was actually going to bring up. This is funny. He did actually ask that,
bro.
though.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with I'm
pass.
gonna go with nah on the first date on that one. Like, once I know what comes out of that ass and how you clean it down the road, then maybe I'll eat that booty hole, but not on the first date.
Yeah,
No,
hard pass.
I don't know if you use wet wipes. I don't know if that shit's all nasty and crusty. Not doing it. Sorry, Jonathan. I'd say no. Stay steer of that. All right. So Woo Boo Park says budget dieting. I think that's a topic most strength guys don't cover, but things like cheap meals, snacks, etc. How to fit 5 to 6 meals in a busy ass day. So Woo Boo, there is a couple different points to this, right? Cheap meals. I'm gonna let the Jew go over that one.
Cheap meals. Okay.
Yeah, that's the Jew's area. He's fucking all about the cheap meals.
So your best friend is going to be Walmart. I've went to all the different stores, and for the price, Walmart really can't be beat. I mean, you can get chicken breast. I think right now it's like $2.03 or we'll just say $2.10 a pound for chicken breast. You can buy a 5-pound thing for like $10, which is like, you can eat that for a couple days. Even me, I'm eating, 10 to 12 ounces every meal. That lasts me a few days. And then big bag of jasmine rice, $20. It's basically 20 pounds for like $20. Although inflation's going up, so these prices may vary, especially where
I don't think
live.
anybody's gonna fucking take your word for it, man.
But I'm
hold
just
you to it.
I'm just saying, like, jasmine rice, you buy a big bag, it's super cheap. You can get Quick Oats, oatmeal, Minute Maid. It's super quick, easy, fast. You throw it in the microwave for a minute, 2 minutes, whatever. You can add your protein to it. On top of that, eggs, really cheap, really, really cheap. You can take the egg yolk out of it if you want to keep your fats low.
Yeah, it's cheaper than buying egg whites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way
Buying
cheaper.
eggs and pulling the yolk out. So you can take eggs, crack them, put them in a bowl, and then just use your fork and kind of tilt the bowl to the side and actually just scoop the yolk out. So then you're left with just egg whites, which is the yolk is where all the fat's at. So the egg whites are basically protein with a lot less fat, right?
Yep.
So it's a lot healthier. So if you have a low fat diet or your macros don't have a lot of fat in them, it's cheaper than buying egg whites. You can just buy a fucking 24 eggs, crack that shit out into a bowl, scoop out the fucking, scoop out the yolks and throw them away, and there you go. You got your own egg whites.
Yep. Which is, eggs are fairly inexpensive. Tuna.
Shit, you can go to Sam's Club and buy fucking I don't know how many they sell them, but it's a huge fucking carton, like 50 eggs or some shit.
Yep. For fairly inexpensive. I mean, there is ways to eat a bodybuilder diet fairly inexpensive. You just got to know what you're looking for, figure out your macros, how many calories you want to eat a day, and then it's consistency. Eat the same thing every day. If you want the results and you want to see, I asked it again earlier this morning. Some guy said, how do you look like you're on gear without running gear? And it's like consistency, eat the same thing every day. Like, keep your meals solid, eat clean, work out, all those things.
Eat clean, train hard.
Eat clean, train hard, never, and Anavar give up.
But to the second part of the question, how do you get 5 to 6 meals in a day with the busy ass schedule? Listen, man, you got to prep. Got to prep. My two areas of advice there are prep and keep it fucking simple, right?
Yep.
So I don't necessarily break out. Josh does because he works out of his house. I have my offices are in my house, so I don't really have to. So I don't really break my meals down into each meal. Like, I don't prep a Tupperware for each meal. So I don't have like 5 or 6 Tupperwares I carry with me every day. Josh does. And that can be done too, right? So if you really are dedicated and you really want to do this, that's what you have to do. Get yourself a little fucking lunchbox, throw a little ice pack in there, and prep your meals out. So if you're going to eat 3 of them throughout the day throughout work, or 4 of them throughout the day throughout work, get those meals ready the night before, bring them to work. For me, I'm fortunate enough to where my kitchen's in my fucking office. So what I do is I just cook 6 pounds of chicken at a time, and I keep it in a big fucking tote. And then I'll cook 6 cups of rice at a time and just keep it in a big fucking tote. And those are other than that, it's pretty much just peanut butter, oats, or protein, which is really easy to make. So those are my staples, is rice and chicken. And then every day I just go to that tote, scoop it out, throw it in a bowl, throw some, maybe some mango habanero sauce on it, 0-calorie sauce or something, or some seasoning, or chicken broth, and then call it good, right?
This also, what he's saying now, goes into another question that someone asked.
Yeah, so that's what I wanted to bring into it. But how do you get 5 to 6 meals in a day? You have to prepare, man. If you're not prepared and you're not planning, and you just leave that day for work with nothing, and you say, oh, I'm going to eat 5 to 6 times a day. I'll just stop at McDonald's 5 6 times a day. That's not the shit. That's not the stuff. It's not going to work, right? First of all, it's shit food. Second of all, you won't even stop 5 to 6 times. If you're busy as I am, you have to make the time, right? If you say you're going to do it just at a whim, oh, I don't know what time or whatever, I eat at the same times every fucking day, right? So the same time every day, same things every day. I eat it every fucking day. Consistency. Simple. And yeah, prep it. You got to prep it. Prep it, have those meals ready the day before, the night before. You can even prep your whole week. If you want to prep all your meals on Monday I usually only go, when I used to do that, I would only go 3 days out. So I'd say on Sunday, prep Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then Wednesday I'd prep, Thursday, Friday, Saturday or something like that, That way the shit's not getting old. But yeah, prep your stuff. You have to. And then the other part or the next question really that it rolls into is meals, chicken and rice, and burger and rice get old after a while. So meal ideas. Josh goes a lot more into the fucking meals than I do, as far as like different ideas and changing stuff out. I find something that I like, man, and I fucking eat it until I can't eat it anymore. And I find something that I really love, really is what it is. Like, and then I eat that and I stay consistent with that until I can't stand it anymore. Then I'll just switch up little things. So, forever, for years, over a year for sure, all I did was shredded chicken in my Instapot. So I'd buy 6 pounds of chicken, 6 to 8 pounds of chicken at a time. I would just put like a little inch of chicken broth in the bottom of my Instapot, and throw the chicken breasts in, pressure cook that shit for an hour and a half. Then I would shred it up, usually pressure cook it for another like 15 to 30 minutes just so it's real soft. And you can just take your fork with chicken breasts after that and just shred it up with your fork and it'll shred right up, right? So then you got shredded chicken. Then I would usually throw about 3 packets of taco seasoning in. It does have a lot of sodium. To me, I don't worry about sodium. If you're someone that's worrying about sodium, maybe you do a different alternative. But for me, I don't give a fuck about sodium. I drink a shitload of water and I just really don't care. So I throw like 3 packets of taco seasoning in, shred it up, and there I got my taco chicken. I'll throw that in my Tupperware and that'll last me, a few days or a week or however long it lasts me. And same thing, I got a rice cooker. I'll just throw six cups of jasmine rice in my rice cooker, let that thing cook up. And there I go. I got all my rice. What I did with my chicken meal is I would put my rice in, then I put my shredded taco chicken in, right? And then I would put a little bit of chicken broth in the bowl so it's just a little bit like soupy and not dry. And then I would take like a really good secret is popcorn seasoning. So you can take like the cheddar popcorn seasoning. They got a jalapeno popcorn seasoning, a nacho cheese popcorn seasoning.
0 calories.
Yeah, 0 calorie. And those are fucking fire. So I would I'm a big fan of cayenne pepper. So I would always do chicken rice, a little bit of chicken broth, sprinkle a little cayenne pepper on top, and then throw a little bit of that jalapeno or nacho cheese seasoning on top, throw that shit in the microwave for 2.5 minutes, pull it out, voila, good to go. And if you find something like that you love, that you can eat multiple days, like I looked forward to that meal. Right. Like people say, oh, how could you eat the whole thing, same thing every day? Find something you really fucking love. I don't know. I look forward to it, right? And then recently I finally, like after years, said, okay, I'm kind of sick of chicken for a minute. So then I went to 96 lean hamburger. So right now I'm doing 96 lean hamburger. So I'll take 4 or 5, 6 pounds of 96 lean hamburger, cook them up in a pan, drain the grease, which 96 lean, there's really not much at all anyways. Throw a little bit of water in there, throw the same 3 packets of taco seasoning in, and got the same fucking thing. Now I throw a cup of rice in my bowl. I throw my hamburger, my 96 lean hamburger in my bowl. And then I throw in a little bit of I've been kind of on a mango habanero kick. So there's some mango habanero seasonings. I can't remember, what's that shit called? That's more of a sauce.
So I get a Melinda's ghost pepper wing sauce.
There you go. And that's 0 calorie too at Walmart. Melinda's
Fire.
ghost pepper wing sauce, and that shit's bomb. So I'll throw a little bit of that in there, mix it up, throw it in the microwave for 2.5 minutes. Boom, done. Another really easy one is you can buy these little microwave packets of fingerling potatoes. They're the little tiny potatoes. You can get them red or white. And they're these little ass microwave packets. And all you do is you throw them in the microwave, cook them for 5 minutes. I do mine 5.5 because I like it a little bit more
steamed.
Yep, tender. And pull them out. I throw a little bit. I can't believe it's not butter on there. They come with a little seasoning packet. Throw the seasoning packet on. Voila, gourmet potatoes, right? So this shit's not hard. And that stuff's like rice. Jasmine rice is about the cheapest fucking thing you can get. If you start getting into like lean hamburger, that can get a little bit more pricey. But if budget's your deal, then don't go with hamburger. Stay with chicken. Chicken's cheap. You can get chicken breast at Walmart cheap. You can get rice, jasmine rice cheap, right? This stuff is easy. So I guess what I do as far as his comment of how do you eat the same thing every day and some ideas is that's why I do have my refeed once a week. And I do end up looking forward to that once a week, right? So that's my one meal that I get to go out. I usually go out to eat somewhere, not fast food, but I'll go to like a steakhouse. A lot of time it's my date night with my girlfriend. We'll go to a steakhouse or we'll go to a Mexican place or something like that or a burger joint. And we sit down and I have one cheat meal a week. Now, this is not a cheat fucking day. It's not a refeed day. This is one refeed meal. And I still eat my other meals that day consistently like any other day. But then that last meal of the day, I just replace with this refeed meal, right? So I eat consistent, eat the same fucking things all day, every week, feel great, feel optimal. And then every Saturday, once a week, I have my refeed meal. That resets me. Then I'm good to go, and I'm back on it on Sunday.
So, I get it, man. You're eating the same thing every day, and like you said in the comment, and it kind of sucks. But if you're serious about,
I actually love it. Maybe I'm just crazy.
Some people like the simplicity. This is what I'm going to eat. This is what I'm going to do, and it also makes it very easy to keep count of your macros.
And I feel good, right? Like if I eat out every day, if I go and start eating out every day, then I feel fat and like shit every day.
Right.
Like when I'm staying on my thing, eating clean every day, eating the same thing every day, I feel good. I'm full of energy. I feel lean. I feel good. I feel just good.
So, if you're eating the same thing every day, it's easy to add food and it's easy to take away food. So if you need a bulk or you need a cut, if you're eating the same thing every day, makes it very, very simple. But I get it though. It sucks eating the same thing, but are you serious about where you want to go? What your goals are. Yeah, I get sick of some of the things. I'm a little different than most people. I'll track my macros. Different. I'll track my macros and I'll substitute things. I'm a little more free, but I keep my macros the same. My food isn't always the same every day. If you're just starting out and stuff like that, I wouldn't suggest that. It's about knowing your body. I've been doing this for years now.
You also have a stupid, freakishly fast metabolism.
That is very true.
Like you are blessed with a natural, stupid, freakishly fast metabolism that a lot of people do not have.
Right.
So there'll be days where he'll be smashing a whole bag of popcorn or chips in there in the office for his lunch.
Popcorners.
Yeah, popcorners. Those are another good. Look at some popcorners. If you guys want some good, clean carbs, look at some popcorn or chips. It's not as good as jasmine rice. It's still like a snack. It's still kind of like a cheat. But you can fit them into your macros. They're delicious.
Yeah, they're very.
But this
very
motherfucker
good.
will be smashing a whole fucking bag of them for lunch with fucking like a bowl of chicken and a whole bag of fucking popcorners. I'm like, God damn, bro. I wish I could do that.
But going back to the question, it sucks, man. I get it, but that's what we got to do. That's our lifestyle. That's what we choose to do. That's to hit our goals. We got to eat the same things. It's chicken and beef, and that's the bulk of mine too. I throw in some
lean
fish.
Protein, healthy carbs,
right?
Moderate fat,
and it's healthy fats. Your avocados, your almonds, your peanuts, your seeds, your extra virgin olive oil.
Yep.
Real butters, stuff like that. Those are all healthier fat. That's what you want. You don't want this unsaturated, whatever, McDonald's bullcrap processed food in your diet.
Right.
It's okay to have some fat. Like, don't think, I can't have any fat. No, you can have peanuts. You can have peanut butter. You can have avocados, stuff like that. That's okay for your diet. Although, fit it in your macros. We got any more good questions?
Yeah, so Juan Bazan says, we'd love to hear some of your favorite healthy meal preps. I think I kind of just already went over that, man. I keep it really simple. Like I said, I eat oats in the morning. A lot of people do proats in the morning. I used to do proats. You could try that out. What that is you basically just buy regular just oats, like unflavored, dry cut oats that you buy in a tub, and they're super cheap too. And you put those in a bowl. Most people throw like a little bit of peanut butter in there. Like you put a tablespoon of peanut butter, maybe a half cup of oats, tablespoon of peanut butter, and then 2 scoops of protein. Add your water, mix that up, and then cook it just like you would regular oatmeal. And that's proats is what they call it, protemeal, protein oatmeal. For me, I don't like that as much. So what I do is I just get the low sugar packets of Quaker oatmeal, and I'll eat 1 packet of that in the morning with 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, and then I just do 2 scoops of protein and a protein shake, and I just drink it with it. For me, that's just what I like. So like I said, after that, I go to my rice and chicken meal, which is rice, chicken, taco meat chicken, a little bit of chicken broth and some seasoning, nacho cheese popcorn seasoning or something like that. My pre-workout meal is is cream of rice, which again, this is kind of like an oatmeal, but it's rice based instead of oat based. So it's just a little bit different consistency. It cooks up kind of like old malto meal, like old porridge, if you know what that looks like. That's kind of how it cooks up. But for me,
it is malto meal is cream of wheat.
yeah, this is cream of rice.
Yeah.
So it's rice instead of wheat, which the rice is more faster digesting, which is why we do cream of rice and not cream of wheat. Cream of wheat's fine too. I've done that when I ran out of cream of rice before. But cream of wheat, you want to give yourself like an hour to digest before you hit the gym. Cream of rice, you can eat like 30 minutes before you hit the gym, and it should be digesting or starting to digest, so you can have your carbs right for the gym time. But I'll do that cream of rice, cook that up with water. It's usually pretty thick when you cook it, but what I'll do is I'll just throw the tablespoon of peanut butter in it, 2 scoops of protein in it, and then I add more water. And you can add water to your consistency that you like. So I add enough water to where it's like a protein shake, and then I just pour it in this big-ass shaker cup, and I drink it. I don't even eat it. I just drink it all. After that, I got my carb in during the workout. I've got my I already went through all this shit. I already told you guys. But those are my main meals, right? Again, I think it is important to get, if you're on prep, obviously you're not going to want to put a refeed in, but to me, I do look forward to my refeed meal. It also kind of resets my hormones. It's actually funny, unless I really fuck up on my refeed meal, which I very rarely do, I actually don't wake up feeling sluggish the next morning. Right. I'll feel sluggish at night. And if I'm super full, it's, it is harder to breathe, and I'll feel sluggish at night and tired as fuck because I'm processing all this food that my body's not used to. But what that refeed meal does is when you eat the same thing every single day all week long, your body gets used to it. And what that refeed meal does is it can actually help boost your metabolism. So the more you diet, the lower your metabolism gets, and it's slow. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes a long time to get that way. But say like when I was building metabolism, right? I spent a whole year building metabolism, and I was wanting to get up to 5,000 calories a day maintenance, which means I can eat 5,000 calories a day of clean food without gaining fat, right? So that's my maintenance stage. I didn't quite get that far. I think I got up to like 4,300 was the top, or 4,400 or something like that a day of maintenance without gaining fat. Which is still a lot. But so at that point in time, then my maintenance calories, so what I can eat every single day without doing anything or gaining any weight, was 4,400 calories a day, right? Now, when you start cutting and you start dieting, you knock that down to, say it was 4,400, you take a cut and you knock it down to 4,100. Then you do 4,100 for a few weeks until you stop losing weight. Then you knock that down to 3,900. You do that for a few weeks. You knock that down to 3,700, then 3,400. You knock it down, and what happens is as your body loses weight and gets used to eating that amount of calories, your metabolism slows down a little bit. So your body adapts. And so what you can do is if you throw in a refeed meal, again, just a meal, not a whole day, just a meal once a week, it'll actually help reset your metabolism and boost your metabolism back up a little bit. So usually when I do those refeed meals, I always think I'm going to wake up the next morning looking like a fat fuck. What usually happens is I feel like a fat fuck that night, don't get me wrong. But what usually happens is that next morning I'll wake up and actually look leaner than I did the day before. And I'll actually feel leaner and I'll still have an appetite. I'll still be hungry that next morning. Right. Unless I completely fuck it off, which is not the purpose of the refeed meal. The refeed meal is one meal, one sitting. Go to a restaurant, order something decent that's off your meal plan, and then go with that.
That doesn't mean go to Buffalo Wild Wings and get 40 wings. And
No, no, it does not.
Get something that's off your meal plan, something that's good still.
What I did for a long time, man, was I just went to Sicky's Burger Joint, and I just got a double cheeseburger, like a nice double, like jalapeno double cheeseburger.
Yep.
With some fries, and I get a salad.
Yep.
It's still a nice refeed. It gets me on something new. Get to enjoy some little bit of shit food for a little bit, but it's not completely fucking horrible.
Right.
Yep. So, again, what I also like to do is I'll just do steak and potatoes, man. If I can go to like a steakhouse, get a big fat ass steak, potatoes, and a salad, I'm good with that too. Okay. So nutrition and longevity. I'm not really sure what.
I think we kind of went into that.
Yeah, what the question
went into
is
a lot
there.
Of nutrition,
That's Luke Jacobs.
Longevity, be healthy, get your blood work done. It's kind of like this whole podcast.
There's a lot of shit that goes into it, man. But I guess what I'll close with, or what I'll conclude with, or wrap around with is, and I talk to my girlfriend about this all the time. The shit that I'm trying to do, and the shit that I'm doing, not trying to do, the shit that I'm doing and I'm on my way to having and doing and achieving and I'm moving towards, is not normal stuff. It's extraordinary, right? It's not normal. And so to get to where I want to be, I've got to do things that other people are not doing, and I've got to live a lifestyle that other people are not living, and I've got to be optimal every day when most people are not even optimal one fucking day out of the week, right? And I got to do it every day consistently to get to this high level that I want to live, and to get to these high level things that I want to have. And when I look at the people that have the things that I want, like Andy Versella, like Sean Whalen, like Ed Milet, these guys are doing those things every fucking day. And that's a good indicator of what you need to do. Find somebody that has what you want and figure out what the fuck they did to get it, right? And if you can match that and do the same things, at some point, you're going to have those things too, or close to them, right? And so I have to be optimal every fucking day, no day wasted, in order for me to get where I want to be. And with that being said, for me to be optimal, there's a lot of different things that have to come into play. Blood work, nutrition, being healthy are the top the top big things, the top key items, right? If I don't feel optimal every day, if I don't feel on my shit, there's no way I'm ever going to reach these high level goals that I have for myself. And if you're listening to this podcast, I'm sure you have some high level goals of your own. And if you don't, you need to get some, right? Because we're not put here to stay stagnant. We're put here to grow. If you want to know what the purpose of life is, it's to grow. I actually heard this from Tony Robbins like a week ago. If you want to know what the purpose of life is, it's to grow and help others. That's it. I just solved a lot of your issues right there. Like, that's your purpose of life, to grow and help others. So if you're stagnant, you're not growing, what the fuck are you doing? There's no point in being here, right? I'm not telling you to go kill yourself or anything like that. But I'm just saying, it doesn't feel good, man. That's not what we're here for, right? We're here to always grow. We're here to always strive for more. We're here to always want more. And in that means that we have to be taking care of ourselves too, right? Which means that making sure that we're healthy, happy, and successful is all part of that. And we talked before, like, I always look at mind, body, soul, right? And I brought this up. I can't remember if it was on the last podcast or the podcast before, but mind, body, and soul, right? I always look at what information am I accepting into my mind? What information am I inputting into my mind? Am I listening to news stations? Am I filling my mind with negativity? Am I focusing on positivity? Am I reading growth-minded books? Am I expanding my knowledge? Am I expanding my mindset? Am I listening to growth-minded podcasts? What information am I putting into my mind, right? Then we got body. And body is obviously the food, the fitness. Am I exercising my body? Am I moving my body? Is my testosterone level balanced out? Are my hormones in general balanced out? Am I healthy? Am I putting clean food into my body so that I can be optimal, so I can have energy, so that I can not have brain fog, right? These things all matter. And then soul, right? Which soul to me is more like, am I taking care of myself? Am I meditating? Am I manifesting? And not only that, but what, am I praying? Who do you believe in? What do you believe in? I personally believe in God. And not only that, but what kind of people am I keeping around me? Because that goes into mind and soul, right? If I'm keeping people around me that are completely negative, that don't have the things that I want to have, then that's fucking up my mind and my soul, right? I only surround myself with positivity. I only surround myself with people that are like-minded and have things that I want, or want the same things that I want, right? If we're heading in the same direction, you're my guy, right? If you're someone that's just fucking negative and all they do is bitch and moan about everything all day and you're a victim, you're not my guy. I don't want you in my life. That's just what it is. So, you got anything else you want to add?
Just on that last topic, I think that people that you bring around also are a body, because if they're not motivated to eat healthy, they're going out to eat shit food all the time.
Well, yeah, but that's your mind controlling that body.
True.
Right? That's influence on your mind controlling your body.
I just think it can impact all of it.
It can. It can, for sure.
So just what I was saying is pick your circle.
Right.
Pick your circle well.
Right. So 50 cents, a full dollar. Don't eat the booty on the first date. You got some good meal content And then we went into some growth-minded stuff too.
And get your blood work checked.
Get your blood work checked. And Josh does always eat booty on the first date, though. Always. That's why Megan's with him. That's why his girl's with him. That's,
right.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's the reason.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning into the Dads Who Lift podcast. If you got anything good out of this, a laugh, some value added to you in any way, please give us a like, share, 5-star review. Again, we do this shit for free, guys. You tell a friend, they tell a friend. That's how we grow this thing organically. So, yeah. Share it on Apple Music, share it on YouTube, share it on Instagram, share it on Facebook. We really, really, really appreciate your support. We want to get this out to as many people as we can. We have badass apparel. That's all on www.dadswholiftapparel.com. We're on Instagram as Dads Who Lift Official. Dads Who Lift Apparel. We're on Facebook as Dads Who Lift Podcast. We have a Facebook group called Dads Who Lift Official. That's a group of 53,000 like-minded dads trying to be the best selves and stay fit at the same time and growing. If that's something that interests you, check that out. But thanks for riding with us. Thanks for tuning into the Dads Who Live podcast, guys. You guys have a great day.
They told me that like when I get cocky, ain't it funny how they think they can stop me? Try to be me, but I'm so sorry you not me. Try to be me.